Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. You've already been here. I am on a beautiful walk in the woods as usual. And it's supposed to rain soon, so the wind is picking up and it's getting quite dark. Kind of banking on it raining. It would feel really amazing to walk in the rain. What I wanted to share today is how easily we digress, meaning stepping away from ourselves or losing our center, stepping outside of our center. And this leaves us feeling very disconnected from ourselves, and then we can experience sadness or loneliness. And it's not a loneliness for other people, it's a loneliness. When we experience loneliness, it is loneliness for the connection within ourselves. And the last couple days it's been getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I have not been feeling my usual self. I've been feeling quite exhausted and sad and just a lot of things. And today last night I finally was in a place and space that I was able to listen to what my being has been saying and give myself the space to spend time with myself, to come back to my center. And that's where I feel my best. That's where I can reconnect to that bliss, to that ecstasy within my own being. And how I do that is I spend time alone. I step out of everyone else's projections of who they think I am. And I merge with oneness. I come into nature and I am nobody. I'm not anybody. I'm not all the stories that people project onto me, the people in my lives, or whatever. Everyone has a different version of, or different thoughts of who they think you are. And when we don't get a break from the world, from people, and we don't step out of that, and we don't create time to be alone, we can lose ourselves really quickly in the projections of others. Because whether people are saying anything or not, just being in other people's presence, everyone is projecting onto you, whether they realize it or not. And then we start identifying with those projections subconsciously without even realizing it. And then before you know it, you feel lost and confused and lonely because subconsciously you've identified with all of these projections and you feel like you don't know yourself again. And especially for people that are really sensitive, the really sensitive empaths that just absorb the field around them, become the field around them. I become everything that is underneath the surface when I'm in the field of another person. I become everything that is unfelt within them. And I can get lost in it if I don't create enough time, enough space for myself to connect and to be in my center. Because when I create time to have my own space, literally to sleep, when I create time to dance, to connect to my body and connect to my intuition, to meditate, to just go out for a walk and be in nature, literally just things that make me feel good and connect to myself. Those are most of them, like nature, dancing, music. These are my medicines. These are my main ways of staying centered within myself and feeling good. And when I'm not doing that, I get a little lost in the fields that I'm operating in. And I know the work that I'm doing, and I know and trust that the people, places, and things and experiences I am called to are for my highest good and highest expansion, and the highest good and highest expansion of whoever's fields I'm in. That our souls are always doing work. They're always clearing, they're always shifting energies, they're always transmuting. So I trust it. But it's been a practice to not get lost in it. To take the time and the space to step away. To reconnect to self, to my center. So that when I'm in the fields of others, it's all me, there is no separation. But when I absorb, because I have not been connecting to my center and I get lost in it, I become the victim to the circumstances and to the fields that I'm in, rather than the observer when I don't absorb it, because I am clear in myself and in my center and grounded in my center, anchored there, so that I am aware of what I am doing in the field. I can feel it, I can see it, and I am now the witness and observer of what is happening, what my human is playing out, what my character is playing out with the other characters in the field, and feeling the higher aspect of it, and just observing my character from as if my soul is witnessing the character of Alyssa play out these different roles, depending on the fields and the other aspects of self, the other people or persons that are in her field. But when I lose my center and I'm not creating the time and the space for myself to connect to that center and to be grounded in it, I start to digress. I come off path, I come out of my center, and slowly I pick up I subconsciously start to absorb and identify with, subconsciously, what is being projected at me by the others in the field, which is, again, other aspects of self, because we are all connected. So it's very important to create space to be with yourself, with just you. Whoa, look at this big crystal. It may not look like it, but it is a massive crystal. And yeah, I've just been realizing that I've been compromising, and compromise is a slippery slope. When we compromise small little things and we tell ourselves, oh, it's okay, it's just I can create space for myself tomorrow, this person's more important, or I don't want to hurt their feelings, or whatever it is, the stories we make up, or I'm too tired to go for a walk today, or whatever stories that your mind creates, the little compromises, when you listen to those and you compromise what you know in your heart and what your body is telling you that you need, this is how you slowly start to digress, and it's a very slippery slope. You make one little compromise, and then it's like a snowball effect, and gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then before you know it, you're lost again, and you're like, what the F just happened? You're feeling confused again, you're feeling sad again, you're feeling lonely again, because you compromised. Because you got lost in the experience, in the drama of the external world, and you lost your center. And you lost your center of holding the witness. Not identifying with, not being in the world, being in the world but not of it. This is what it means, is to observe, become the witness. And don't absorb and become or identify or attach to what is playing out. To witness it all, but do not become it all. because that's how we lose ourselves. And we get lost in it. And when we decide and when we see that and we choose to come back to our center, it can be so fast. So fast. It can happen like that, where everything's clear again. The sky clears, the fog is gone. We see clearly, we feel clearly, we feel ease and peace in our bodies again, because we've come back to our center. And it's just a simple choice to do what you need to do, to listen to your body and do what you need to do to come back to that center. And for most of us, I feel that for most of us, nature is the best way to do that. Because nature is us. And nature doesn't have any projections. When you connect to nature, you are connecting to that truest, deepest aspect of yourself. Because we are nature. We are a part of it. And in nature, the world melts away and you become I become the only person in the universe. Everything else melts away and doesn't even feel real. The words, the opinions, the projections, the people, all of it just melts away as if nothing else exists except for me. And that's truly what it feels like. And then all I am aware of is nature. And then I'm aware that nature is me. And I don't feel an identity. I just feel like one of the trees. And I feel free. I feel free because I'm back to my center and not identifying with anything or anyone or anything. There is no identity. I let it go. There's no identity being projected at me. I feel sweet release and sweet peace. And come back to that knowing. Pull myself out of the chaos and come back into the knowing that everything I need is right here. Everything I need is always right here, right now. And then I don't really need much to be happy. This is what I need to be happy. I need a place to sleep. I need food to eat. I need clothes. And nature. And swimming and water. Most of what I need is free. Most of what fulfills me is free. Giving up everything and walking this path, I have discovered what true peace means to me, what true abundance means to me, what true health is, what true wealth is, what true joy is, what true fulfillment is. And every time I return to my center and I return to the beauty that is here, that is always available for free, when I remember it and return to it, I know that there's nothing worth trading it for. Nothing. And then I remind myself again. I see where I slipped up. I see where I compromised. I see where I got pulled out of my center. And then I get stronger and stronger in my center. I get stronger and stronger in myself to hold that center, hold my values, hold my worth. To not try to gain love, gain acceptance, gain anything through self-sabotage or compromising. To not try to convince anyone of my worth, of my value, to silently observe the field, silently observe when I'm being disrespected, when there's projections, harmful projections being projected onto me, stories being projected onto me when I'm not being appreciated or valued, where my worth is not being seen. And instead of compromising, I silently observe. I silently observe. And I take note. And I just notice. And I notice where my energy is being invested in, where I'm investing my energies. And when I am investing my energy in places where it is not being received, where it is not being seen, where it is not being respected, where it is not being valued, I don't scream to be heard. I don't fight for the love. I don't fight for the acceptance. I silently and easily, peacefully walk away and say thank you. Thank you, teacher. Thank you, teacher, for showing me where I was still compromising. Thank you, teacher, for being a reflection for me. I love you. But I am complete with this lesson and I'm complete with this experience. Thank you. I love you. And I'm going to walk away now. And peacefully walk away. Because there is nothing worth compromising and giving up my peace for, giving up my center for. And the external world is just the reflection of what's inside me, and the small ways I am still compromising, and the small ways that, I'm still compromising, that pulls me out of my center. It's not about being angry at the world around us, because it's all us, we're creating it all. To see that, be grateful for it all, because it's teaching you. And we are learning to master our energy. So it's all perfect. So see the world around you as that mirror, the people around you as that mirror. What are they reflecting back to you? Where are you compromising? Where are you still self-sacrificing for acceptance, for love, for stability? And how can you return to your center and honor yourself? Honor your needs, honor your values, honor your worth. This to me is true wealth. This is when I feel my best. This is when I feel magnetic as fuck. This is when I feel like overflowing ecstasy within my body. This is where I feel when my cup is full. When I listen and I honor my own needs. When I honor my energy. And see it as the most valuable thing that I have. Because it is me. It is the most valuable thing I have. Our energy is a reflection of how we spend our energy. Money is a reflection of our energy, of how we spend our energy, of our energetic investments. How we feel is giving us is showing us. How we feel in our body is showing us where we are investing our energy. If it doesn't feel good, is it a good investment? If it feels good, that is your body telling you this is a good investment. Spending time with these people or going to these places, this is a good investment. So where are you investing your energy and how does it make you feel? Is it pulling you out of your center, or is it pouring into your heart? Is it getting you closer to the person you want to be, or further than the person you want to be? How do you feel? And that is your guidance. That is your guidance. Your body is always speaking to you, but are you listening? I think that's all I have for today. Much love, and I hope this resonates and helps someone out there that may be going through something similar. It's very dirty, and I know it just looks like a rock, but it's a crystal as well. Bye.